You must be hot, huh? No GGs in the chat either. Sick.
No, I didn't see it.
It's all good. I'm about to delete it anyway. I think it's so funny how many users act like they're really about to win certain games and like they come out there and just get fucking smacked and they're like, I can't believe my quarterback had like these red throws. I'm like, bro, you lost like 60-0.
That's crazy.
I promise you, like those reds weren't really like that wasn't the issue, G.
All right, we're back at it. Week 9 through 12 for the league podcast. Got the one and only, the commish. Bad work. How you doing today, man?
Doing good. Glad to be here, man. Glad it's Friday. Glad to be back with y'all boys.
Frowls, how you feeling? I know you just got out of the game, but overall, how you feeling?
All good, man. Happy Friday, and excited to talk some ball. So all good on this side.
Yes, sir. We're gonna jump right into it because it's tight up in the conference standings. Backward. Let's walk through it real quick. In the ACC conference wise, we're looking at Florida as the overall.
Yeah.
Baylor's 3-2. Texas and Texas A&M 4-2. And we'll take a look at the schedules here. We'll start with Baylor just to
Yeah, they got the most. They got 2 games left. It looks like. I wonder who they play. They got the wins over Texas and them. Miami in conference can play spoiler here. That's pretty. That's interesting. He could spoil his whole season honestly with that game because that's this week. That should have been game of the week if it's not.
that's today.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. I think it is game of the week actually. But yeah, big time spoiler here. Baylor gets his done. He has a tiebreaker. With I mean, he should essentially because he's got
has a
the
win over Florida
big
too.
big win over Texas. He lost to Florida, but big win over Texas and 14-point win over Texas A&M. I don't see how there's a tiebreaker where he doesn't win that, and he's 2-1 out of those games. He'll probably get in, and he'll be in for the playoffs because he'll probably beat Boise, who's 1-9. So this Miami game kind of makes or breaks his season. If he wins this game, he probably makes conference championship and can lose the conference championship game and still get in the playoff. But if he loses this game, he might not get in conference championship and probably, I mean, be on the outside looking in for the playoff too.
Yeah, that'd be pretty tough, but consistent most of the way through. What he was looking for. Texas 7-4 record. Four and
Yeah, I just
two.
want to see. I wonder who they play at the end. Oh, and Texas A&M and then play each other. So one of them is gonna get knocked out of the tiebreaker regardless.
Okay.
So then it'll be a 3-way tie, and Baylor will have the head-to-head. So essentially, if Baylor beats Miami, he's in the conference championship
Yep.
because and
Frowls, who
these
you
two
like?
teams.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say out of Texas and Texas A&M, I get. I guess they could get in if Miami beats Baylor because one of them will be 5-2.
Yep. So we'll run through the scenario real quick. Frowls, Baylor takes the L to Miami. Who do you like in the head-to-head? I'll actually pull it up just to make sure we know who's at home. Who do you like in the head-to-head? Texas versus Texas A&M to make the conference championship at Texas A&M in College Station.
Whew. I think I lean A&M at home, but this could be a hell of a game, especially if that much is on the line. So I lean A&M, but man, real toss up. Texas has that roster we always talk about, so man, it's gonna be a ball game.
Yes, sir. Bag work. Doomsday scenario for Baylor, Texas, and Texas A&M. Who you got at College Station?
Texas has been playing great ball recently. He's started to lock in on some pressures. He's been sending a lot of heat. I've seen him in a few leagues, and you really got to be ready to play against it. Some dudes fry it, but it's a lot to deal with. Give me Texas in that matchup.
On the road?
And Texas on the road. And Texas will play Florida in the championship. Florida has a suspension due to trying to use a custom playbook, and Texas beat them on the road at Florida when he had to take off his custom. So Texas might come out with a conference championship if Baylor can't beat Miami. That would be my pick.
Okay, that's something to look forward to. Florida is still atop the rankings. There's no way Florida could drop, correct? To 3.
I just well, no, they played all the conference games, so no, they're locked in.
Okay.
But their two losses in conference are to Texas and Texas A&M last 2 weeks. I mean, you got smacked in Texas A&M, quit at halftime, and Texas beat him as well at home. So, or both those games were at home. So Florida, we'll see what he's like without his custom.
But he's for sure
He
locked
hasn't
in,
he
even though
hasn't
he
beat
lost those
he
two.
hasn't beat. Yeah, he's still locked in, but he hasn't beat any. That's also his only way to get in the playoff is to make it well, I don't know if he can get in. He has five
He got 5.
losses.
He's out of there, bro.
Oh, he have to
Back
win
in there.
He
conference
might be out.
championship.
He might be out regardless, even if he wins conference championship. And I don't think
He's
it's going to
back
be
in
Florida State. I don't think it's going to be Florida State either. And if he wins conference championship, I think nobody from that conference gets a bid.
It's impossible. 5 losses. You got to be ranked like maybe top 5. Like when the 5th loss
Yeah.
happens, and you still probably won't get in.
Yeah, I agree. So I think the only way for someone to get in from this conference this year will be if Texas can run the table and he'll climb the rankings and get in with 4 losses.
Baylor
But
will make it. Baylor will make it. They're still 6.
well, Baylor loses Miami though, they're going to drop.
If they
If-
I see. Doomsday scenario. I got you.
Yeah, but yeah, Texas hasn't beaten anybody besides Baylor all year.
Florida.
Florida hasn't beat anybody besides
Okay.
Baylor all year. Yeah, they've lost to every playoff team they've played. So
Gotcha.
and even borderline playoff team. So, we'll see how it shakes out. Really, that Baylor Miami game opens up a lot. But yeah, it'll be crazy because even if Baylor beats Miami, Florida beat them earlier this year. If Florida beats them again, no one gets in, right?
Yeah.
So
that's-
that'll be interesting to see.
Wild. Real wild for the ACC. Close. Oddly enough, close to real life how that's kind of working right now. If
Yeah, for real.
the committee tries to sneak Notre Dame up and keep them away from Miami so they don't have to do the head-to-head wins. Moving on to the Big 12, Nebraska running strong right now and the lead. And then a little knot at number 2 again with Arizona State at 5-2, but with losses to UCLA. But the head-to-head versus North Carolina. No, they lost to North Carolina too. Okay, sorry. Beat UCLA, lost to North Carolina, but they are done with conference games with their last loss to Nebraska.
Yeah, so we were talking about this off camera a little bit, but essentially, right, UCLA has to play Oregon and so does UNC. Either of them, if so there's a lot that goes on with that, right? I don't know if you want to talk about if they both beat Oregon, then in that case, we did the math, UCLA has the 3-way tiebreaker over UNC and Arizona State, which honestly probably works best for both those schools because they both shouldn't take another loss. They'll win their last game of the season, and Arizona State and UCLA probably will get in that scenario. They'll probably climb up the rankings a little bit and make it in. But if Oregon's able to beat one of them, depending on who it is, or both, if Oregon is able to beat both of them, then Arizona State have to play in the championship game. And if they lose it, will be out. So it's kind of hectic over there. And I think UCLA beat Arizona State or UNC beat Arizona State. I'm not sure which one.
North Carolina lost. Nope. No, North Carolina got the dub against Arizona State.
So if Oregon beats UCLA, I think Oregon could beat either one of those teams if he's locked in. But if Oregon beats UCLA, UNC gets in. And I think UNC, well, yeah. So if Oregon beats UCLA and UNC beats Oregon, UNC should still be around the top 5. And if they lose to Nebraska in the conference championship game, they'll still make it in. But I think Arizona State also gets in because they'll probably climb up a little bit from 16 with one more win. and probably someone losing in the conference championship who's ranked. So,
Well, rankings haven't advanced yet, and they just lost week 12 to Nebraska.
ooh, that's a key. That's a key. Yeah, they might be cooked. They might be cooked. Plus, Arizona's probably going to get a force L, so they probably won't be ranked when they get that fair force win against them next week. So, might be on the outside looking in. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they
So
were.
maybe best case for them would be to make the conference championship and beat Nebraska. It might be their best way to get in at this point.
All right, well then here's my question, Fryles. Do you see Arizona State, UCLA, and North Carolina, who's been playing all good ball towards the end of the season, anybody beating Nebraska in the conference championship on a neutral field?
For me, I think if anybody can, it's Arizona State, because he could put together some really elite games. But the way Nebraska's going right now, I don't really see him losing to any of them in a one game setting. I mean, you can always get him, but he's just playing at a really high level on both sides of the ball.
Okay, and then we'll follow that up with, out of UCLA and North Carolina, which one of those have the highest risk to lose to Oregon? And I'll go to Oregon to show you who's at home for those two games.
Yeah. Yes. Appreciate that. Because
At Chapel Hill, sorry, no, in Oregon, and then at UCLA.
I still think he has a better chance to beat UCLA personally. I think UNC is a better user, stronger team roster also. So I would say still the better chance would be at UCLA for Oregon to get that win.
Gotcha. Bagwork, who you got over? Well, yeah, we'll start with that first question. Do you think any of those three teams, Arizona State, UNC or UCLA, have a chance to beat Nebraska in the conference championship neutral field?
North Carolina's schedule, please. The thing is look at these games, especially the big games where North Carolina's playing. They're all one-score games essentially that he's come out a win. I think he plays on the borderline a lot. And I don't think he has. I don't know if he beats Nebraska on a neutral site with his play style. I think Nebraska gets a turnover or two and has a turnover or two less than him and ends up winning that game. I think Arizona State, like Fryles said, he can force turnovers, which is the biggest key. On the other side of that, he also turns the ball over, and I'd say he hasn't been in his top form in his first year back in general, but he definitely has the potential. I mean, we see he went to the Natty the one season besides this one that he has played. He went to the Natty. We've seen him in 25. He's handled his business. So I think Arizona State has the best chance of winning a neutral site game against Nebraska. Yeah. And the second question, at Oregon, I mean, I think Oregon can win that game against North Carolina. North Carolina has a superior team. I think all three users, I would say North Carolina is probably the best of the three, but I think it's very close. And I honestly might even say I think UCLA might be the best, most skilled, but they're all very, very close. The deciding factor there is North Carolina has the best team by far at this point. But those games are toss-ups. I really don't know who's going to win those games, especially North Carolina's got to go on the road at Oregon. I mean, if Oregon shows up and plays that, who knows what could happen? I mean, Oregon's, can put together some good games.
Gotcha. Quick, before we move on to the next conference, gotta ask quickly for both of you, Fryles, looking at UNC schedule right now, you had him in the B tier of the last power rankings. Do the one score schedules lock him there, or does he still have a probability of moving to A tier with him still being able to get the close wins?
Oh man, that's a good question. I probably would need to think more about just the rest of the teams around him, but in general, I wouldn't move him up any. I mean, the wins are good, but I think just the skill level and form are still for me about that range. Like you see, he gave Nebraska a game. Nebraska's probably the best user in the league right now. I mean, so it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough question, really. I put him about the same. I think he's definitely a good user, um, but I think those elite games until he starts winning maybe more of them. I can't really move him too much. I'm gonna keep him where he is.
Back, how do you feel about the same question about UNC? I think y'all both had him in B tier. With the close one score games, do he have the potential to move up to A since he's at least been consistent in getting the dubs?
I think he has the potential to move to A. I mean, I think he's a fringe. He's on the fringe right now. I mean, if I have him in B tier, he's probably I'd have to go look at it again, but I would assume he's at the top of B tier. I mean, he's ranked fifth in the country.
No.
Yeah, a
Actually,
lot
yeah,
of these.
you had him in A last week. I apologize. Yeah,
Okay.
just above Ole
Um,
Miss.
Ole Miss will be out, and then Ole Miss. I mean, not Ole Miss. Oklahoma will probably move up to A. I think he was top of my B. So I mean, there's a little moving
Mm-hmm.
and shaking, but I mean, he's right there on the borderline. I mean, he might be in B tier. I don't know. I mean, he does have some pretty good wins. I mean, he beat me. He beat Arizona State. He beat Florida State. He beat Michigan. I mean, these are quality wins. You know what I mean? So he's handling his business. It's just they've been real close games. He has probably the lowest strength of schedule that I've noticed out of a top five team. But still, man, wins are wins. He was at home, but clearly was in had a pretty good battle there with Nebraska. I mean, so he's got to be pushing on the A tier. I can't give him too much of a negative for losing by 7 to Nebraska. I mean, Nebraska's been beating everybody. So, yeah, I think he's got the potential to climb for sure.
Gotcha. Didn't want to get too deep into it, but I was just curious on where those fell. Moving on to the Big Ten right now, Oklahoma appears to have. We'll check the schedule quickly. Locked up the number one spot into the conference championship. Uh, at Penn State and Wisconsin. I'm not gonna call those auto dubs, but should finish with 7-0, and then looks a little closer than it actually is. But right now, LSU with the win, head-to-head win over Iowa, will drop Iowa in the rankings. Not sure how far he'll drop since he's number 3 right now, but gives you the head-to-head for the Big Ten, and then last one at Washington. Fryles, talk to me about LSU's rank and how do you feel his season went so far? As we talked about it earlier, about the kind of being a 2-horse race, but a deep conference.
Yeah, I think in the end, it's kind of probably ended up where we thought it would be. It didn't get there that way. Both of them kind of, I would say, down years for their standards in the league, but looks like the championship most likely because I mean Washington's not an easy W at all, so I'm not gonna put that on them. But it's probably gonna be Oklahoma, LSU, and the ship. It looks like, right? Um,
Yeah.
I would say most likely that'll be the case. So, and then even honestly, even if he did lose, he would still have the tiebreaker over Iowa, right? No matter what,
Correct.
because he.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so either way, it's gonna come down to those two and the big one. It just now the implication is LSU doesn't get that done. He's probably gonna fall out of everything. Um, whereas I think Oklahoma solid opponents, but should get those both done. So win or loss, I think he'll be in. So it'll be all on
Gotcha.
LSU to get that done.
Looking at the schedule, Bag, talk to me. You got one win left, or sorry, one game left with a win over 3 Iowa. Do you have to win the conference championship for you to make the playoffs at, we'll say, 9-4? or 8 and
I think
4.
yeah. I think any losses, I'm out. So yeah, got to win the conference championship. And yeah, but hopefully winning the conference. If I were to win the conference championship, I think I'll get a home game in the first round of CFP if that were the case. Potentially even climbing up to the 4, because I think a win over 3, I think I'm probably going to be at least like 8, maybe a little bit higher to win the conference championship against probably a top 3. I might even sneak into the top 4. But yeah, a loss and I'm out. So it's crazy how potentially I could end up getting a first round bye, but
Or nothing at all.
any type of loss, we're in the Music City Bowl for sure.
A quality bowl game though. Quality bowl game.
I mean, I already have it in the case. Hopefully they give me something I haven't been to at least.
Gotcha. Moving on to where are we at now? SEC. No surprises at the top, but it gets real dicey here. Let's check the schedule because I know you have.
Sure, this one is locked up too, I believe, because I think he has the head-to-head, similar with the Iowa situation.
Head-to-head versus Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not gonna skip over it. We're here. We're here, sir. I'm not sure if you're paying attention, but let's talk about it. Bagware.
Yeah, man.
No. Well, relax, Frows. Relax. We gotta let you soak in this one a little bit. Bagware, talk to me. Almost. Wait, this the second season covering the league, and
I think so.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing. My man has been consistent with the disrespect of Notre Dame, and Notre Dame got tired of it. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I told him in a group chat that we're in that Notre Dame was going to beat him this week. I've been actually having some great calls just to shower myself with some love recently, but because I called South Carolina would beat Notre Dame last podcast, and I also said that this would happen. But yeah, I mean, look, home field is a big deal. Personally, I still think that Clemson is the more quality user. I would rather, and Notre Dame, don't add me to your shit list, even though I know this is about to put me there. But I still would rather play Notre Dame than Clemson in the playoffs. But home field advantage is a big deal, and he played a good game. I only caught bits and pieces of it, but he handled his business, did what he had to do, and got the dub in the biggest game of the week. And of course, there's been a lot of talk, not so much between those two, but just Notre Dame's always on defense because he has 2 free wins every year and all that, and there was definitely a little bit of tension there, and he got a huge win, especially coming off of losing to South Carolina, who most people don't really realize is a
quality
strong opponent in this league. So good for him, big time win for his program. Definitely speaks to the job he's been doing building his team, and his coach record. Will definitely take a top 10 win, or probably at the time top 5 win.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Not to put you on ice again, though, Frost, but I gotta ask this question real quick. In the Discord, there was a little conversation this week about Notre Dame watching how Ohio State plays, and then it went back to him getting snubbed for his running back because of those two forced wins again. Is there any chance that Notre Dame's running back can make it on a second or third ballot for the Hall of Fame?
Troy, I don't know if you're on the Hall of Fame committee. You should be back on there, though, if you're not, by the way. Just saying. You were great on there last year. But I think he gets considered. He can't get a Hall of Fame player this year because his running back last year got in. So his running back will have to be put on ice for a year anyways. And I haven't really looked at his resume enough to see. I mean, we can check it right now if you want. But I don't know what his career stats look like and all that. But also, I think his running back, I'm pretty sure that was this league. he had that running back. The running back transferred out, played at some other school last year, and then transferred back this year to him. Which also would kind of, well, I guess he coached him for 2 years at the end of the day, so I guess he's still somewhat eligible. But can we go to that running back? I mean, now that we're like talking about it so much, it's so interesting to me actually.
Frost, I ain't forget about you, boss. I still want to hear about it.
All good.
It's just so I forget. I think that was in this league where that happened.
I thought he had left.
He's like
junior.
He's like he did. I think because I mean he transferred out of there. I'm like 90% sure, but he's third in Heisman voting right now or something like that. I don't know. He stayed. That wasn't this league. Yeah, so I mean, he's having a hell of a year. Definitely, I think it's considered, but he's only had 1 year where he really just balled out like that. So I don't know. You know, it's tough to get in the Hall of Fame, man. But we'll see. We'll see. He's definitely hooping this year. That's for sure. Winning a Heisman, even being top 5 on Heisman, definitely is going to go a long way. But we saw that what's his name, Burton from Baylor didn't make it last year, and he was doing similar things. So,
Fries, sir, it's your time to shine. We had to put you on ice for a second because we had to talk about it. But how you felt about that Notre Dame loss, sir?
It was a tough loss, man. It was a tough loss. I gotta give him his credit. He did what he had to do. He took care of the ball for, I think, the most part. He might have thrown like 1 pick. I can't really remember that. But he just played a style that I'm noticing I have trouble with. Like the quick underneath, like not really trying to take too many shots downfield, protecting the ball, not giving me too many chances to lurk because it's just the ball's out already, or just hitting something that's very clean. I get a little frustrated on defense, so something I need to work on gameplay wise. But he got it done, man. He played a good game, had a good plan. I had a lead. Late. I don't know how late, but lead pretty late, and just couldn't close it out, man. So hey, I know he for sure heard all the talking. So hey, shout out him for getting that done. With that being said, I'm still not really moved. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I think that I had him where I'm gonna have him. I think he's a solid
player.
player.
B tier, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think he's
never been above B tier.
Insane take to not put him in A tier after he beat you and he beat 2 A tier opponents. But
who else did he beat? He lost to South Carolina, I thought. Did he not?
He did lose South Carolina. That is kind of a blemish, but he's pretty good actually. But he beat Oklahoma.
Okay. Well, you put Oklahoma in like C tier last week, so I mean that's obviously not a quality win for you. You was hating crazy on Oklahoma last week.
I put him in the top of B tier.
Yeah, I don't think. Let's not get crazy.
I had him at the top of B tier.
You hating crazy last week on Oklahoma. Now he's a quality opponent.
Wait a second.
The dude lost 3 games in a row.
Is wild.
Yeah, nah. You're hating crazy on Notre Dame. You're hating crazy on Notre Dame is what's happening. That's the one. You're the hater, not me.
He played a good game. He didn't talk enough shit. He just won his game, moved on his day. I respect.
Oh, and he beat Arizona State too. He's got some quality wins this year.
He's had a good year. He's had a good year. And yet,
but
still,
not enough to be A tier.
I can't put him in that A tier, bro. I can't.
It's not even the fact that he's not in A tier; it's who he's going to put in A tier over him, which is crazy. But all right,
it's really nobody crazy. Maybe not even myself, for real. I'm gonna be on the borderline, I think. So, I think he's a really good player. Just if you're asking me, just user skills in game. Like times where I was like, that was nice, or that was like good read, or good. It didn't happen much. He got the win, did what he had to do. No salt in the game. I feel good about, he got it done. But usually when you play a user, your takeaways in game are like, that was a really good read, or I like how he did, I like how he did this here. I didn't have much of that experience myself.
Okay,
but it's just one game, and hey.
All right.
I want to know. So with that win, look at Notre Dame's schedule. With that win, I assume moves into the top 5. He won't play in the conference championship game. Probably a top 5 user will drop out of the top 5 in that game, on that week. Notre Dame seems like he's pretty much set up to get a first round bye. Mm-hmm. He can beat Colorado and USC.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I was just gonna say a home game, but you're right. He might get a first round.
I mean, winning over the rankings Oh, we're in week 12 now, right? Yeah. So he's already 9 and Clemson's 8. He might still be on the outside looking in. It'll
Notre Dame.
depend. Well, because he
Yeah.
has, I thought he was gonna move up, not outside looking in on the playoffs, outside looking in on the first round bye.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's gonna move up a little bit after this week 12 bump, maybe.
Well, y'all played last week, so the rankings are already where they're at for accounting for last week.
For last week,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm saying like he'll move from 9 to something, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I could jump him with 3. I don't know how far Iowa will fall, but who knows?
Mhm.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But potentially get a first round bye and you want to play in the conference championship game.
And this is the second time
Does
that's
it?
happened?
So,
Yep.
nah, he hasn't gotten a first round bye before.
No,
I feel like
he did
last, when
last
he get,
year.
oh, he played the computer or something, right? He got like a computer bless up, or am I tripping? Like he
I thought he
something
got a
happened when
first
he
round
got.
bye with no conference championship
I think he might.
last year.
I think he might have. I think you're right
I don't think he got a first round bye last year.
because he lost his first playoff game, but he didn't lose in the first round though. Like he lost to.
So that was 2 years ago when I beat him in the first round. He had home field, and I
Yeah,
beat
it
him
must have
in
been.
the playoff. That was 2 years
He-
ago.
He played Ole Miss, right? Didn't he lose to Ole Miss last year at the top
Oh,
of the
you're
bracket?
right. He did have a first round bye last year. Yeah, because Ole Miss beat Florida and then beat him. And I was saying how he had the easiest route.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're right. He got a first round bye last year. He might get it again this year. My question for y'all is: do you
Look,
think
he
he
might.
do you think he wins a playoff game? Because I don't think he has a playoff win to his name yet. I don't think.
Let's go check. Let's go check the bracket real
I'm gonna
quick.
put some mild respect on his name. He definitely can. I mean, he's shown he can beat most players in the league, so he can. Will he though? Like when really need it?
Yeah, because Iowa
Playoff
drops.
environment. I would love that rematch. I'm not gonna lie. I would love that rematch at home if it were to happen. It won't because it'll change a lot. But
Yeah, it's about to move and shake quite a bit, but
Mhm.
yeah,
looks like Notre Dame's going to be in there with the bye for now. Or not Notre Dame, North Carolina. I meant to say will be in there with the bye for now. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I'm going to force out all these teams, so we'll see who else might sneak in there.
I would be more inclined to say yes if he had a first round home game.
Yeah,
I don't. On a neutral field, I don't know.
first round home game in the snow rematch against Clemson.
I would
Be
love it, man.
crazy.
We don't care where it's gonna be. I need my rematch at some point. I do.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out. There's so many big games coming down the stretch here, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what the playoff schedule will be. Because I mean,
It's gonna change a lot, like a ton.
I mean, Frost could win his game against. I think Frost has beat Tennessee the last like 2 or 3 times they played. I want to say.
No, he beat me in the conference championship last time we played.
But you beat him
Okay,
before that,
but you
Beat the
right?
regular
beat him
season
before that.
couple
Before
times.
that, he'd
Yeah.
probably won a couple times. But so
I mean,
you
this
know,
is
he can win that game. He needs to win that game.
I kind of have to either win that one or have to beat South Carolina and beat him in the conference championship because I'm gonna make it either way. So I got to beat him one of these 2 times we play.
Yeah, for
To get in.
sure, for sure. So yeah, I mean, it can move a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, if Tennessee gets knocked off, he probably still is in the first round bye area, maybe, but
So you got.
it'll be very interesting. Actually, I mean, because I don't know. I mean, at 8 over 2, you're probably going to climb a lot. I can't even call it. Honestly, I can't even call it.
It's gonna be a
Yeah,
tough game, man.
you have a tough schedule because I mean, you pretty much are locked in for Tennessee, South Carolina, Tennessee again, and you pretty much got to. I mean, you got to win 2 out of 3.
Got to be South Carolina, I think, regardless. You know, he's got a game we got to win. Tennessee,
Yeah.
if I can win one of the 2.
Oh, you know what's tough?
Yeah.
That rivalry game is actually an in-conference game.
Yep.
But it doesn't really matter though. At the end of the day, actually, I take that back.
It
Yes, it could.
does.
If
Yes,
you
it
if you
matters.
if you lose the dang, that's actually crazy. Yeah, if you lost to Tennessee and you lost the next 2 weeks, South Carolina would get in, right?
I don't think he'd jump Ohio State, would he?
That's true. So Ohio State would be in. You're right.
Nobody
But if I
wants
were to
see-
beat,
Yeah,
if I were to
that's
beat
crazy.
Tennessee, lose to South Carolina,
You'd still get in.
would
though.
Ohio State
You'd get in because you
would
have
jump
the
me?
you got the head you got the head to head.
I was trying to get more pads in there, man. It's tough right now.
Yeah, you got the head to head. But
You need to start losing early like Notre Dame and then
Facts.
avoid the conference games.
Facts, man.
yeah, I mean
The Notre Dame
yeah,
was a huge loss. I mean, no way around it. That was a huge loss for us. So
yeah,
they
that was
bounced back.
major. Ohio State in the conference championship. I mean, definitely possible. Yeah. Oh no, impossible. My bad. Take it back.
I mean, if
Actually,
I
no,
lost
it is.
twice,
It is possible
yeah.
if you lose
Definitely
twice. Lose
possible.
twice.
Hmm.
Yeah. So we'll be definitely tuned in. Are you in Tennessee playing today?
Yeah, sometime today. Advances tonight, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Grind is
We get that
tomorrow.
in for sure.
Whew. So as close as we are to the end of these conference games, we are still quite a bit away from learning who will lock up conference championships and um, playoff spots. Because LSU's not even in here, but Iowa's going to drop. LSU will jump. Did Baylor just win their game? Not sure. But
Haven't played yet this week. I want to say.
let's go. We'll do this quickly. We'll start with the ACC. Any teams you want to highlight here quickly, bag work, outside of Florida Baylor, that has either
Or
surprised or surprised either way, or kind of just been disappointing?
um, no one. Nah. I mean, I think dudes are about where I thought they would be. I mean, I think. Yeah. I think dudes are about where they're supposed to be in here. I mean, J. Roth, I think, could be a lot better than 5 and 6, but he probably had the toughest schedule of the league. So, you know,
Let's go look. No, he didn't. Because there's other teams that have a combined opponent record where their records are in the 70s. So,
yeah, even somebody with 80. So no, he definitely didn't have the hardest at all. But he had to go, at Nebraska, Ohio State at home. Ohio State home by 50 is crazy. Um, yeah, actually no, his schedule's not even that hard really. He has a he does play. He did play Oklahoma last week out of conference down in the middle of the season.
yeah, that's a
Um,
tough out of conference game late.
yeah, I mean Oklahoma, Ohio State, Nebraska out of conference is pretty tough. But yeah, he you know, losing to Auburn, probably wouldn't have guessed that one. Losing to Florida the way he did, also kind of surprising. So yeah, if there's anybody, I guess I would pick him.
Okay. Fries, any surprises in the ACC for you, or kind of run of the mill?
I know Ole Miss changed users and stuff, but I thought he was a pretty strong bet to have another good year this year. Didn't work out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Texas, man. Texas been playing pretty good ball under the radar, despite his complaints. He complained about everything, but he's got some defensive wrinkles. Shout out YouTube.com, Reddit. Shout out anything but himself, but he's getting it done, bro. So respect.
Yes, sir. Let's move on to the Big 12. Personally, I want to say North Carolina's playing pretty well. I don't know if we called that for him to be top of the conference, or even not even conference speaking, 8-2 to finish the year so far. So shout out to him. Fries, who you got for the Big 12 biggest shocker or biggest disappointment?
It's tough because I want to ask, will the real, geez, when I ask something with a sentence, give me a second. Will the real Cole Taylor please stand up? Like I thought early in the year, Cole was looking like just looking like one of them ones. Had it been A tier, just looked like he was really back in his mode. And then since then, just kind of fell apart down the stretch. It seems like so. He's kind of my answer for almost both ends of that spectrum. Early in the year,
Oh wow.
he's killing it, and then just I don't know what happened.
You say early in the year. That was last week, sir. I think all three of us had him in there. Yeah, we did. All
I
three of us
guess,
had
yeah,
him
I
in there,
guess that's
Terry.
how quick it changes. I guess you're right.
He's on a 4-game losing streak after beating Clemson, so rough.
Oh yeah, that's
That's how the league goes, though, bro.
Oh,
The league
wow.
goes, top of the world to just can't get a win. It's just a competitive league. That's how it goes.
Been there. Bagwork, who you got for this one? Biggest surprise or biggest disappointment?
Surprise, got to be UNC for me. I knew he was a good user. I particularly was excited to get him to join the league because of his team building abilities, and he's done that. But I would have never guessed that he'd be 8-2. So shout out to him. He's had a really good year, and look forward to seeing where his team continues to go.
Gotcha. And then it looks like Georgia was able to get a dub last two games. So glad to see.
3 wins since because
He still
I don't know if
make no mistake. Sorry.
No doubt about it. He's definitely trash. But
Wow.
I think he's gotten 3 wins since we got off the pod. So
Okay. Listen, good to see somebody didn't go over.
and he really should have beat Florida. Like, there's dudes who are over in here.
like versus
Coach Barber.
users.
No, even this season. I mean, I think I don't know.
We
I don't know. I don't think
overs, do
I don't
we?
think TCU has a win. Do they?
Dang, on his head.
I mean,
Oh,
Boise's
wow.
1-9. Boise's 1-9. Yeah, TCU's 0-11. But he joined middle of the season, I think. But yeah, his team
That's
is
a rough schedule though. Like 79
Yeah.
and 47.
I think his first game was when he joined the league was at Clemson. So he came in the league, played Clemson, Tennessee right off the bat.
Oh wow.
Um,
Frow's trying to make people get out the league as soon as we get them.
I mean, literally, look at this. He lost us
That's a
2
tough
games,
2
like
tough game
Back to
he
stretch.
lost
back
us
to back. Yeah.
like 100-3. I mean, that's insane. But really tough. And then it didn't. I mean, USC beating him 30-0. I mean, he probably is better than that. Tough game.
These are some-
But
I will say though, I'm gonna give him his first year in the league. These are some rough scores though. Golly, like these.
yeah, these scores are bad. These
Man.
scores are real bad.
But
I'm gonna give him one
Um,
of your mulligan, but
but
Clemson,
next
Tennessee,
next
Baylor,
year,
and Ohio State though.
next year, yeah, 4 out of those 5 are pretty tough opponents. I mean, and 3 out of those 5 have just very superior teams to his.
but we got 10 total points in how many weeks is that?
Don't do
In a
that.
5-week span?
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
that's tough. I'm gonna let him live though. I'm gonna let him live. But
Yeah,
Jeez.
he's new. Next year
fighting,
we got
man.
the new conference alignment,
Yeah,
so he'll
keep
be.
fighting.
Hopefully, he won't have to see these type of opponents too often next season. He can build his team up a little bit. But the one that sticks out for me though is 38-0 to USC. I mean, USC is a pretty. He's definitely a solid user, but 38-0 is crazy.
For sure. That's all we got for that portion. I'm gonna need Bagwork to take a step back and step back forward with his commissioner hat on.
hmm
Sir, we had not even allegations, but there's been some reports of custom playbooks, people quitting out in the second and the third, and new suspensions coming down. If you want to just quickly hit on, I guess, take your pick out the smorgasbord.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just crazy, bro. I feel like dudes are always trying something, man, and we had a situation where basically a dude was trying to use a custom playbook, and he tried to kind of sneak it off real quick, and he happened to be playing a cheese team guy who was on the spot with it, and we had to suspend him. This was the second time, so he got a little bit heftier suspension, 6 games to his 2 best players. That is standard for your second offense. even though this is the first time we've had a second offense on any particular rule break. So there's a new precedent there that we set. But yeah, man, just read the rules, follow the rules. Look, if you don't want to play by the rules, it's cool. There's a lot of leagues out here where you can do a whole bunch of shit. You know what I mean? A lot of great leagues where you can do whatever, but we got rules. I gotta hold it down. I feel like a lot of dudes hate my guts because of all the situations, all the little fires I'm putting out and whatnot. But I feel like it's for the best of the league and just trying to run a tight little ship. So it's unfortunate when that happens, man. But definitely be on the lookout. If you're playing Holly Boy, he may or may not be in the right playbook. We don't know.
Gotcha.
We got it in his Discord name now, so make sure you check that. He don't stream either, so you got to be vigilant. You got to be vigilant, right? There's only so much I can do without video evidence.
Gotcha. Taking a little break, we'll let the commissioner take a quick break on this one. But Froz, I don't know if you've been in the Discord heavy over the past couple of days, but it has been on fire. Some of the usual suspects: J. Roth, Ohio State, Texas A&M. I even hopped in there for a minute. Notre Dame. Talk to me about any of it if you caught any of it. How'd you feel about it and what happened?
I caught bits and pieces. It was a lot though, man. Chad was going crazy at several different times. Ohio State and J. Roth, or Elworm, whatever we call him, and J. Roth, just those two, they don't seem to get along. It seems like it's on go at all times. I think all or most of it stemming from when J. Roth beat him in that conference championship in the ground or something like that. I don't know, or like a playoff game, or it seems like since then they just got very, very bad blood, which you hate to see it. At the same time, you kind of love to see it a little bit, man. It's good for the league, I think. Just league villains or just some real rivalry. Hopefully it stays, they begin a little personal, which is not really my style in a Discord setting or just any kind of setting, but hey, I think it's healthy competition for the most part and gets everybody more locked in. Even saw Notre Dame getting involved. I don't really see him ever say anything. So that kind of opened my eyes a little bit.
He said
Notre Dame and Ohio State have been having beef since last year. They've been having a little beef ever since the whole running back Heisman race and them playing each other. And I think Notre Dame beat him last year.
He did.
So yeah, they got a little
scared. So wasn't chewing clock outside of the rules, but he was like he was about as close as you can get to it. He said he was playing scared, so.
Yeah.
What you got to say about it? I'm not even gonna call you commissioner. I gotta call Mr. Instigator. Mr. Let's pour a little gas on it and then just step back.
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
What do I got to say about all the stuff going on in the Discord? Hey, man, look, I love it. I'm all for it if it's, especially when it's just out in the open. Like, look, we all grown men out here. We can talk about it, man. I mean, sometimes I don't think things have gotten like too, I mean, there's some name calling going on, definitely. But I don't know if it's gotten like too personal for me. But I'm all for it, man. I mean, step out there and say what you got to say. Say it with your chest instead of saying it on the sneak tip. You know what I mean? So
for sure,
and I think it's all good, all in good fun, and I think it, boosts the activity level of the league in general, boosts the competitiveness, makes these games mean a little bit more. So I love it personally.
Gotcha. Glad to see it. It gets a little disrespectful, but you're correct. I don't think it's gone too far. My favorite portion of it though is it'll get started and Ohio State will be at work, but then as soon as he gets a chance to come into the chat, on 10 immediately. So
yeah, no doubt.
They're like, oh, he ain't in here, but once he is, and then his go-to is like, once he's really finished with the argument, he start calling people little mama, and I'm just rolling by that point.
Yeah, it is how it goes. Like, all right, he's like, all right, G, all that, and then he's gonna start calling you Lil Obama, and then it's going. Him and J Roth are the funniest, but I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people. South Carolina been hopping in a lot of these joints recently. He brand
Oh, he
new.
been instigating too. He been
He
instigating
ain't, he
because
ain't,
he
he
hopped in
ain't
the middle of
scared.
mine and he was like, "You called him butt." I was like, "I ain't never called him butt," because I know J Roth is like, "I got the one win over you when you had the best team. When you don't got the best team, and then I beat your homeboy in the playoffs." Like, we really name dropping just to say who
J
we
Rod
beat.
J Rod did go off in nah, the funniest name drop J Rod name drops is winning the Heisman with his running back.
Oh, don't forget he
That's
won tight end of the year. I
and
don't know
shit
what that
like that.
means, but
Yeah, I'm like, all right. I mean, so what? He did have a nice playoff run though last year. So shout out him.
oh, for sure, for sure.
But
Again, I wasn't trying to call a young man out his name or whatnot, but I was just saying you want to talk crazy and then talk big and bad and then ask the commissioner to put me in an easier conference. Like, if you're gonna stand on it, stand on it. Don't try to backtrack
he
after you
definitely
start name dropping.
he not made for the top conference at this moment.
Oh
He's not there.
no. Oh,
He can't
listen.
do it.
He has something to work towards. Then he
Yeah,
has
he
something to
does.
work towards.
He gonna have a lot to prove in the Big 12 for sure.
So, what else do we got? We talked about the while you're there, if you want to quickly talk about the conferences before we get to the tier list.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been posting about it a lot. Dudes know we're moving to like a relegation promotion system. Um, Essentially, it's basically just based on past performance. But if you can punch up and weight at a conference, punch out of your weight class and get a dub, you get some rewards. If you can get to the playoffs, you get a reward. Um, so just kind of trying to make it to where we don't need to reboot. Essentially, is the big goal. But giving people who haven't been essentially dominant or have a dominant team through, I think we're in year 4, through these 4 years, give them a chance to kind of like fairly build their team and play around their level at their current pace. So it'll be interesting. But I think so I wanted to say, so I've kind of broken it down now. So the top 2 tiers are going to be 12 teams. There's going to be 2 CPU teams in those top 2 tiers, which means Notre Dame gets 4 CPU games a year, which is just insane work. Honestly, I wish there was some way. Like EA
Yeah,
has to
why
fix
not
that
just put
because
the two teams he has to play in there?
that's a great idea. So I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah, that's an amazing idea. Don't let me forget that.
So it's
That's
like Navy, and then who's the other locked one?
Navy. I think Stanford.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So just put Navy and
Yeah,
then Stanford, and then keep them in conference. So it's not like he has to now to mess up the schedule when they have to play. But if they're in conference, it won't be too crazy.
facts. All right, bet. And then, but you know what's crazy with that is that, um, well, no, it's not that crazy because he'll get 2 CPUs and then everyone else will get 2. There's no downside to that, right? I don't think so. Because he'll play
No,
two
because it'll
CPUs,
be
everyone else will get two
conference, and then
CPUs.
the only thing is somebody might end up with three CPUs because somebody might have a
Rivalry
legally
game,
in-game protected rivalry.
right? Um, yeah. So that's a great idea. Thank you for that. But so I've made it. I've made it. Let me know what y'all think of this. So top 12, like we broken down into 2 conferences, pretty much to protect the protected rivalry home and away. So I'll try to put, if they have a protected rivalry game, I'll try to put them on opposite sides, just so it doesn't get fucked up with the home and away. Um, but I've got Ohio State, Oklahoma, Tennessee, UNC, Arizona State, Texas. He's probably not gonna like that he's put in there so high, but
Yeah,
you
it's
have
like
like
get your complaint box ready, bro. You better complain immediately.
yeah, he's about to say, oh, what do you mean I haven't made the playoff, bro? Your team's 99 overall, like Nebraska, LSU, Clemson, Notre Dame, Florida State, and Florida. Then potentially the most interesting conference, the mid tier. We're going Texas A&M, Baylor, Miami, Michigan, Iowa, South Carolina, Oregon, Alabama. and so there's
Mhm.
8 teams in that one, and then in the bottom conference, I think I'm gonna put them on a they'll play 9 conference games. I think is what I'm gonna do, but there's 12 of them in this one, so every team won't necessarily play each other, but we're gonna go with Wisconsin, TCU, Penn State, Boise, Colorado, UCLA, Washington, Auburn, Arkansas, Georgia, USC, and Ole Miss. So there's bump down there in that bottom conference too. Still, just saying, just saying. Because I mean, someone's gonna have to go on the road and play Georgia on the road. They're gonna be mad they lose that game, and Georgia's gonna be hyped because his 9-9 overall team is gonna go to 101 with the boost he gets. So
So you're saying 6 teams, so there's going to be 6 teams apiece in the SEC and the Big Ten with 2 CPUs.
correct.
Big 12 is going to be 8 users, or you said 9?
Yeah, it's gonna be like how conferences are now: 8 users, no CPU games on their schedule unless they have like a protected rivalry.
Gotcha. And then the ACC will just fill in from the bottom.
Yeah,
Okay.
the bottom 12, and then they'll play. I'm trying to get the right numbers so that like I want to put 9 conference games on their schedule. So, and I was thinking even 10, but I just don't want to. The reason why might not do 10 is because if I do 10, I feel like I might not have enough room to
Somebody's going
fill
to
out
get
everyone's
left
schedule to
out.
be all
Yeah.
users. You know what I mean? So I think 9 conference games will work, hopefully. Because at the same time, I want to give them the most games that they can over there, so they don't got to play too many dudes who are just going to smack them. But well, not as some of those at the top of
Listen,
that
the way
last one
it's
is
broken
decent.
down, it sounds like you got everybody in equal tiers. Like, I didn't hear a favorite in any of those tiers. At least personally, Fries, I don't know how you feel about that. How do you feel about how the competition is racked and stacked in each tier?
No, it sounds pretty good. I mean, who they're going to complain? So I was thinking about complaints and who you can move up and down, but no, I think you thought of it pretty well. I don't see any glaring like that person shouldn't be in that tier. I think it's pretty balanced. Texas is going to complain though. I mean, we already you could do anything, he's going to complain. So wouldn't really sweat that.
The only thing with that final bottom tier, I mean, I kind of made my mind up, but I was thinking about making that into 2, like 2 conferences of 6, and then essentially could potentially be 1 less CPU in the playoffs. But even when I've done the 5 conference thing, I think we did it the first year of the league. Like
Mm-hmm.
CPU still get in regardless. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Mhm.
almost like there's nothing you can do. Like these
Because they're
dudes
still
are.
going to get a G5 team.
Well, it's not even going to get a G5 team. You kind of eliminate that team, but it's just that users are still going to lose like 5 games. You know
Right.
what I mean? And so like,
You'd have
and
to be
there's just
force lossing
no.
all the computers.
It's I mean, it's essentially impossible to have every computer go like 6-6. I mean, it's like it's really it's like harder than making schedules before the season to like force loss everyone to be perfect like that.
Gotcha. Well,
So
listen, I'm excited about it. I think it's a pretty good idea. It gives, like you said, I think it's more on recruiting than anything. It'll give everybody to boost their schools, prestige and whatnot. So we don't have to
yeah,
be hearing
hopefully.
about year 5 and I don't have a quarterback. So,
Facts and dudes screaming reboot, reboot, reboot.
are people really saying that right now?
Nah, but you know how it gets. I mean, I try my best to arrange things in a way to where we don't have to, but it's tough to say we shouldn't reboot when, you know, there's 8 teams that are just so much better than everyone else's, and who wants to play against who wants to be like in TCU's shoes, right? Like
Right.
if that was his whole if every year was like that, you know what I mean? We're just like,
For
all right,
sure.
I have to play Clemson and Tennessee and Ohio. It's like, bro, my team's never going to be that good. I do.
Gotcha. Well, I like it. I think it's good. Gives everybody a puncher's chance. Um, but to everybody's favorite part of the segment, got to break down these tiers. So,
Where's my phone at? I don't want to mess up. I got to do it do it at the same time as I'm talking about it.
All right. Simple. This one ain't never too tough. Fries, who you got in the S?
Still sticking with my two at the top. I think they're still clearly playing the best ball. Tennessee and Nebraska, safely atop that S tier.
Okay, quick question. Are your tiers ordered, or is it just everybody in that tier?
I plan on ordering the rest of them for them.
They're just in S tier.
I can't. Yeah, just pick your poison. But the rest of them, I have like many tiers within the tier. I think.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. Bagwork, who you got in S?
Rocking with the same. I'm going. I'm gonna take Tennessee 1, and just because he won the last head-to-head they played against each other, Tennessee 1, Nebraska 2.
Gotcha. We'll stay with you here. Bagwork, going down to the A tier. Arizona State is still ranked. Arizona State's the lowest ranked person. Just in case you need me to move down.
There's actually not that many people ranked anymore, to be honest.
I think this then captures everybody right here.
So for the A tier, number 1 in the A tier, I'm gonna go with Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. Yeah, number 1 in the A tier right now at the moment, I'm going Notre Dame. Number 2 for me, I'm gonna rock with UNC. 3, I'm gonna go Oklahoma, and 4, I'm gonna go Clemson. And that's my A tier.
Ooh, okay. So Notre Dame gets a bump. Oklahoma gets a bump. Who fell out? Florida State and Ole Miss falls out of your A tier from last week.
They ain't ranked, so I mean, what you want me to do?
You're right. My apologies.
No, you good.
Florida State did fall out, huh? That's tragic. Fries, who you got in?
4 L's will do that.
Wait a minute, LSU got 4 L's. You know what?
Well, he got 4. He had 4 L's in a row. Like he just lost 4 games in a row.
Gotcha. Fries, who you got for A tier, sir?
Yeah, definitely some movement because I got to take Florida State out of there. I think for sure. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna put Oklahoma at the top of my tier, my A tier.
Okay.
I really am. He was already on my A tier last time. Move him up a little bit. I'm gonna go Oklahoma. Then I'm gonna go myself. Then I'm gonna go UNC. And truly, not to troll. I swear. Notre Dame. If he's right here for me. I think.
With a head-to-head win over Oklahoma.
Yeah. I got to put him in that tier.
Head-to-head win over both teams ahead of him.
He beat those two ahead of us, but the position wise, I'm keeping the same order for sure. But I'm gonna put him at the bottom of that A tier. Give him some credit, man.
Oh, okay. So
don't
you
make me
did
look
make
bad,
A
Notre
tier.
Dame. Don't make me look bad, Notre Dame. But yeah, I got to. He's been playing good ball,
Don't
man.
make me look bad. He beat 2 teams in your A tier.
Yeah, I know he has right now, and then let's see what he does. Let's see how he acts.
I think he's got more A tier wins than you do.
I don't know if that's true.
Is it not true? Is it not a fact?
He might. He might.
Who you beat in A tier this year?
Oklahoma.
Beat Ohio State.
You
don't have an A tier.
Ohio State's not ranked anymore, sir.
It depends who you have in there.
Ohio State's not ranked.
Because I only have. I beat Zevi, so I mean I only have.
You beat Zev this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
I had a crazy schedule. It's as always, which I like. I like the schedule, but I played pretty much.
Yeah.
All those teams up there, but
And then you got Tennessee.
I'm gonna stand on that. I put them at the bottom of A, and I think that's fair. I think that's about
nice
where I would have
you,
them.
sir,
better than last week.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't feel good about it. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't feel good
That's
about it. But
crazy.
Well,
his
actually, not. Oh, no,
performance.
that was week 6. He had him at the top of A. Had him at the top of A, and then the year before, yeah, top of B.
Nothing crazy, but nah, he's playing good ball, man. Shout out him. So he's in my tier. I think that rounds out what I have in the A tier personally.
Yes, sir. If you would like, you could just keep rolling into B tier.
Yeah. Ohio State will be there for me. LSU will
Ohio
be there
State's
not
for
not
me.
ranked.
being there, sir.
He's not ranked now.
No, he's not.
Nope.
I think this is
Wow.
his first time since we started. He's not been ranked.
Man, that's tough. Um,
Yeah, this
wow.
is
LSU's in there for me, and I was still ranked pretty high. I'm gonna put Iowa in that mix too. I'll give Iowa in that tier. I'm gonna give he was number 3 before this week, right? And he lost to LSU, but not a bad loss by any means. So
Baylor and Arizona State from your B tier.
Arizona State, they gotta be. I put Arizona State in my B tier also. I think Baylor, I'm gonna hold off, but
Maybe disrespecting some of y'all severely. You know, I don't be blowing up his spot in the chat, but man, he'd be disrespecting y'all crazy.
who does?
you.
You.
Oh,
You.
oh, sure.
We ain't talking about nobody else. it's you.
Okay, I feel it. I feel it.
But you feel how
Wild
you feel.
disrespect.
So
Top 10 UNC tier. Yeah, you ain't shit.
maybe he forgot. Did you mean to have UNC in that tier?
In C tier,
Well-
B tier.
No, he had Baylor in C tier.
Yeah. UNC was on my A tier, no? I had UNC on top of my A
you
tier,
did.
no?
My apologies. My
Okay.
apologies.
Cool, cool.
Okay.
All right,
All right, Bag. Who you got for B tier?
So I'm gonna just keep it at 3 tiers. I'm not gonna make a C tier.
Okay.
But I'm gonna rock with right now myself at the top of B tier. I'm gonna put Arizona State right behind me, and then I'll go Iowa right behind him, and I'll round it out. Actually, no, I'll go Baylor right behind him, and Iowa. I'm not sure if Iowa really has any. I mean, he is a good user, but just off of what he's done in the league, I'm not sure if he has
Quality wins.
I don't know if he has a quality win. I mean, at Washington or versus. I think he played versus Washington. Did y'all play that game, Michigan? I mean, I consider you a quality user, so that's a good win right there.
Yeah.
So that's a good win he got at home right there. You know, played a close game versus Zev, played a close game versus me, and beat Washington at home. I'd like it more if he won that on the road, but snuck by Washington at home.
Scary point.
So yeah,
Because of his team overall. If he loses
but his team's
again
good
next
though.
week, he could fall off the
yeah,
top
if he
25.
loses, he probably will. Yeah, I think his season's cooked for the playoffs. Because he's about to drop. He's about to drop to probably. Oh, I didn't know that, but he's gonna drop to at least like 8, probably minimum. And they're losing Nebraska again. He's probably out. But his team is good though. His rating, his defense is pretty weak, but his offense is pretty loaded. He has probably one of the best running backs in the league. He has a solid quarterback. He has like 3 receivers over like 88 overall.
Mm-hmm.
So his offense, I mean, I'm sure his line is trash, but he's got some skill dudes.
Gotcha. Froz, do you have ASU in B tier, or you have them in C with Baylor?
Definitely in B. And Baylor really. I mean,
Wow.
I think it's splitting hairs probably to put Baylor and C. It's like the same. I don't find much difference between. I'll put them at the bottom of B if we're doing that. But I think he's.
You know what you could do? You could just bump Notre Dame down and then put ASU and Baylor in C.
It's not ridiculous. But nah, I'm not gonna do that. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. But nah, I'm not doing that, man.
He wants to.
I know.
Nah, I don't. I got to give Notre Dame his credit, man. He's been playing good ball all year.
Gosh.
I had my chance to prove what I was talking about, and I lost. So I got to give him his credit.
Yes, sir. Well, that is it. My rankings probably mirror bags right now. I don't think I have anything different. Especially with Notre Dame and UNC at the top. That would be the top of my A tier. So Fryle, sir, thank you for hopping on. Did you have anything for the people before we head on out?
No, I don't, man. I say it every time now, but keep those streams up. We like to watch what's going on in the league. It's great for everybody involved, really. So keep streaming. You never know. Never know what could happen, man.
Yes, sir. And just in case you're not aware, if you are in the top 25 and you stream, that actually goes a long way when we're doing these rankings because we get to actually see the users. At least mine does.
Facts.
I don't want to say it does for everybody, but just being able to put eyes on, oh man, okay, I see he's playing well, or really just been scraping by and getting lucky. So if you are streaming, appreciate it. Thank you. Keep it up. Bag work, sir. You got anything before we head on out?
Don't try to cheat, man. I will find you, bro. I'll find you, bro. And I don't care to hurt your feelings. So don't put me in that position, bro. I'm tired of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, listen.
And happy Thanksgiving to y'all motherfuckers, man. Get some good
Oh
food.
yeah. So as you're saying that, the streets want to know: will there be a slowdown for next week since next week is Thanksgiving?
My hope is that we can get to the playoffs before Thanksgiving starts, or at least to the conference championship. We're in week 12, so hopefully 12. We're gonna advance to 13 this weekend. The weekends are rough with games getting played, but hopefully we can finish week 13 and potentially even like Monday get all the conference championship games out of the way, and then we can just slow walk the playoffs and the postseason. And
okay,
that would be ideal. But regardless, yeah, I'm not gonna be handing out fair sims because dudes is with their families and whatnot if that's the case.
Bagwork was also saying he's running $100 turkey tournament. So if y'all are interested, yeah, $100 turkey tournament out of Bagworks pocket, and I'm announcing it right now. So yeah, shout out to everybody, participate.
Yeah, if anybody's listened this long, you know that was cap, but that would be
a little turkey tourney. Come on.
I would love it, man. We had the commish cups. Dudes wasn't trying to finish the commish cup, man. So
yeah,
I don't know if I'm trying to do it again. I don't know if the traction is there, but I mean, I think it's a dope idea. Definitely see who's really one of them ones when we go to regs and there's no guardrails and dudes can run the same play 50 times in a row. And
I don't know if y'all have noticed, you can't play at neutral sites anymore.
Really?
Play a friend. Yeah, they took that ability away. So
that's trash. You can't play it like the Cotton Bowl. That's buns.
Sir. Every game now has home field advantage because you can't change the stadiums.
You can't change them at all.
No, like if you tried to go play a computer right now, you couldn't change the stadium.
Dang, that's crazy. It was. I don't know why.
Why would they?
I don't know.
Crazy.
Because I was trying to see some stuff and it was just, it doesn't allow you to change the stadium anymore. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but
yeah, I always got to check. I wish they didn't even do it on purpose, honestly.
See, I don't even have the option to change it.
Dang.
They don't even play. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Anyways, just something to keep in mind.
Man. Yeah. I mean, maybe I'll put a feeler out there about a tournament. I feel like dudes be lacking though, so we'll see.
Gotcha. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate it. If you stay this long, thank you for listening. If you're streaming your games, keep streaming your games. We really appreciate it. I hope it goes a long way. And then in the event somebody is caught cheating, you have proof. If you don't like what we got to say, let us know in the Discord or change it on the field. Myself, Bagwork, Frowls, we're out.